Imagine a world drowning in wars, where cannons roared louder than the voices of reason. And then, one man dared to whisper a word almost no one believed in: peace. This is the story of a man who devoted his life to peace, justice, and the dignity of all humankind. A man whose life's work earned him the first ever Nobel Peace Prize. Frédéric Passy, born in Paris in 1822, into a family of thinkers and reformers, he was raised in an environment of knowledge, compassion, and duty. His father, Justin Félix Passy, was a government official and economist who taught him integrity and reason, while his mother, Marie-Louise, a well-known lawyer and scholar, encouraged intellectual pursuits, fostering an environment that would later nurture Passy's fervent passion for international diplomacy and peacekeeping. Passionate about social causes, she instilled in him the idea that true greatness lies not in personal gain, but in the service to a greater cause, humanity itself. She also nurtured his love for literature, philosophy, and humanitarian thought. From childhood, Passy believed that war was humanity's greatest failure. He studied law and economics at the Sorbonne, where he was inspired by Adam Smith and Jean-Baptiste Say. For him, free trade and diplomacy, not violence, were the true engines of progress. He resigned from government service in 1849 at the age of 27 because he felt constrained by bureaucracy and wanted to devote himself fully to teaching, writing, and eventually peace activism. By the mid-1800s, Europe was scarred by constant wars. When the Franco-Prussian War tore France apart, Passy decided, if nations cannot see the cost of war, then I will make them see. In 1867, he founded the Ligue Internationale et Permanente de la Paix, France's first international peace league. He organized conferences, gave fiery speeches, and wrote works that exposed militarism as not only destructive, but economically foolish. The outbreak of the Franco-Prussian War in 1870 was a turning point for Passy. Witnessing the devastation caused by war, he felt compelled to act. In 1889, he co-founded the Inter-Parliamentary Union, bringing lawmakers from different nations together to resolve disputes peacefully. It was a bold experiment in global diplomacy, one that laid the foundations for the League of Nations and later the United Nations. In 1877, he founded the International League of Peace, a groundbreaking organization that aimed to prevent war through diplomacy and dialogue. His efforts crossed borders. He inspired peace societies across Europe, working alongside figures like Richard Cobden in Britain. Slowly, the whispers of peace grew into a chorus. And then, in 1901, Alfred Nobel's vision came alive. The first Nobel Peace Prize was awarded, shared by Henry Dunant, founder of the Red Cross, and Frédéric Passy, the man who gave his life to peace. At 71, he stood as proof that one voice, spoken with conviction, can outlast the roar of war. Even in his later years, Passy never stopped teaching and writing. He authored works like La démocratie et l'instruction and Leçons d'économie politique, urging the world to see that peace was not simply the absence of war, but the presence of justice and education. He died in 2012, but his legacy lives on in every Nobel Peace Prize awarded, in every international forum that chooses dialogue over destruction. Frédéric Passy did not command armies. He did not conquer nations. He changed the world with words, ideas, and conscience. As he once said, "War is not inevitable. It is a choice, and peace is the better one."
The world remembers soldiers, but we must also remember the builders of peace. Frédéric Passy wasn't just part of history. He shaped it. And now, the question is yours. If one man's voice could change the course of nations, what could your voice do? Do you believe peace is still possible in today's divided world? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Your words could inspire someone else. If this story moved you, share it. Let others feel the power of Passy's dream. Don't just watch history. Be inspired by it.
Thanks for being with Awards. Subscribe to know more about international award winners and unsung heroes behind peace, science, and humanity.